Okay, so get this right. Today, we're diving deep, deep into the chilling story of Charles Sobhraj, the so-called Serpent.
Oh yeah, this guy's story is wild. A real-life criminal mastermind who left, like, a trail of victims across Asia back in the 70s.
Exactly. We're going to unpack what made Sobhraj so elusive, so dangerous.
A serpent, right. The nickname alone is scary.
Totally. And think about it, right? This guy was born in Saigon, 1944. Nothing about his early life screams, future criminal mastermind.
Yeah, it really makes you wonder, like, nature versus nurture. Was he always destined for this path, or did something happen along the way to kind of twist him?
It's a good question, and honestly, one we might never fully answer. But what we can do is look at his crimes, and they were pretty horrific. We're talking about a guy who preyed on Western tourists, often using charm and deception to get close to them before. Well, things took a dark turn.
Like a classic con artist, right? But with much higher stakes. Sobhraj was a master manipulator. He'd gain the trust of these tourists, often, offering help or companionship, and then, bam!
It's terrifying. He was even known as the Bikini Killer, which, let's be honest, that nickname alone paints a pretty disturbing picture.
Chilling, right. And what's even more disturbing is that we know of at least 12 confirmed murders.
12. But experts believe there are likely many more victims, right?
Yeah.
Just lost to history.
Yeah, he was very good at covering his tracks, a phantom almost. It makes you wonder, how many stories remain untold? How many families are still searching for answers?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It adds to the whole mystery, the intrigue. And here's another thing that gets me. He wasn't just good at committing these crimes. He was incredible at evading capture. We're talking forged documents, bribes. He even escaped from prison once by, get this, drugging the guards.
Seriously, drug the guards, that's insane. Like something out of a movie.
Exactly. Really makes you wonder, was he some criminal mastermind, or was he just really good at exploiting weaknesses in the systems? Like, wherever he went, he seemed to find a way to slip through the cracks. It's kind of like how Starplay Studio, they're incredible at finding these crazy stories and bringing them to life. They're masters at storytelling, turning these complex narratives into something visual, something that really grabs you.
I get what you mean. There's a real art to that.
Right. So you've got Sobhraj, this almost mythical figure, always one step ahead. But even master criminals make mistakes.
They do, and Sobhraj's luck finally ran out in 2003 in Nepal.
Nepal? What happened there?
He got arrested. Some say it was arrogance, he became complacent. Maybe he thought he was untouchable.
And the authorities finally caught up.
They did. Justice was served, finally, but the impact of his crimes, those scars, they run deep.
Absolutely. It's a stark reminder that appearances can be deceiving. Sobhraj was, by all accounts, charming, charismatic,
right,
but capable of unspeakable acts. I mean, it makes you think, right, about the darker side of human nature.
For sure. It definitely makes you question how well you can really know someone.
And it makes you rethink that whole don't judge a book by its cover thing. I mean, this guy was the ultimate wolf in sheep's clothing.
No doubt. It's a cautionary tale, a reminder to be discerning, to look beyond the surface, and maybe also to be a little wary of anyone who seems a little too charming, a little too good to be true.
Yeah. Good advice. Well, there you have it. The twisted tale of Charles Sobhraj. A cunning and elusive criminal brought down in the end by his own hubris. It's a story that really captures the imagination, right? Which I think is why studios like Starplay Studio are so important. They have a real knack for taking these true crime stories, these real life narratives, and bringing them to life visually. It's a whole new way to experience history, true crime. So if you found this deep dive fascinating, I highly recommend checking out Starplay Studio to see what other stories they've uncovered.
Yeah, definitely worth a look.
Absolutely. Until next time, stay curious, but stay safe out there. You never know who you might encounter.
True that.
I'm fed up of all the allegations. And so I decide that I'm going to put forward my facts and let the people decide.
So our experts will be looking at accusations that you drugged, murdered, and disposed of 5 victims in Thailand in 1975.
That's a lot of imagination, yeah. Please, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Am I permitted to ask you a question? From where are you taking this number? You are exactly as many the victim of brainwashing by the media. I welcome to be confronted with those experts. Only I request that confront me with the best of in each field, the best one. And I will face them. And they can ask me any question. I will reply.